Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the day. So previously, we've been able to build our application up to this point. So our target is to make the search bar today, and then we can display the data from the country API. So first of all, I have to apologize for not posting frequently. I've been sick and not feeling so great. So pardon me for that. I'll keep my best to post more videos for you guys. So without further much talk, we have to open our VS Code. So we go to the home page of our application, and then we will start to code the. Let's begin with the search bar. So what I would like to do, I will call input from Chakra UI. I like Chakra because it makes the application much more scalable and it makes you build the application faster. So let's give it a placeholder. Search for country. Then we give it a size. We give it a size, and then we give it a variant. Let's give it a width of 100, and then let's give it a padding of 10. Let's give it a ID search, and then we'll give it unchanged, but we will come back later. So let's say unchanged, and then we will come back later to finish with the unchanged function. And then also on key down, so that basically when somebody press enter, then it can search for the particular item. And then also we will give it on blur. On blur also anonymous function. We will come back to this later. So let's check it out in the screen. Okay, nice. And our search bar is here and looking nice. So what I like to do, probably okay, this is great. Probably I like to give it a margin. Let's see if we can give it a margin. Super. So yes, we can give it a margin. Okay. So everything is working out nice so far, so good. So far, so good. I like to have my input inside a box so that I can better style it much later. Okay, nice. So everything is working fine. Okay, nice. So let's move on to the body of the table here. So we will say what we are going to do. What we are going to do is box And then I'll give this box a display of flags, justify content. Justify content, space between. Okay. We have these styles. I'll try and make it an inline so it's better for viewing. So we have these styles for this box, and then I'll move on. We are just creating the heading of the table. So we'll give it a box here. And then inside the box, we give it a span. And then inside the first span, we'll give it a flag. And then the second one, we'll give it a name. Third one, we'll give it a region. And then next one, I'll give it a capital. And then the next one, we'll give it a population. And then we also give it a favorite. So, sorry about that. Favorite. Okay, nice. So let's save and check out in the screen. Okay, so everything is here. Nice. So what we're gonna do next, let's give it an horizontal line here. So yes, nice. Okay. Everything is looking nice, but I can still see my item is not displayed as I wanted it to be. So what I'm going to do is, I will say display flags, justify content space between. So we just have to change the styles in the justify content and get everything working as we wanted. How about we give it a padding also on the top? So padding top to 10 pixels. And then everything is looking much nicer. Okay. So now we need to be able to get data from the country API, where we will display the flag, we'll display the name, and then we'll display the region, also the capital, also population, and then give it a favorite icon. Okay. How are we gonna do this? First of all, if you want to find the country API, you can go to this website where you can get the API from here. I'm going to have the countries here. So what I like to do is give it a small comment. What I like to do is give it a small comment so I know that I'm going to have my country here. So first of all, let's try and get the data from the API before we can move on with this part. So how are we going to get the data from the API? Okay, First of all, what I would like to do, I'll come up here and then I'll say const, need to use state, const country, comma set countries equals to use state. So remember to import use state. So the initial state is going to be an empty array. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to say fetching country data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say const fetch countries equals to async, and then I'll create my functional components for fetching the countries. I like to use axios for fetching the data. So let's see if we have axios installed. Okay, so seems like we don't have axios installed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the server and install axios. PMI axios. Okay, everything is done. We start the server again. Okay, nice. So I will say const response equals to await axios.get So we need to make sure we import axios. Await axios.get, and then we have to hit this API. We have to hit the API from this website. Okay, so what I would like to do, I would like to console.log and check if I can access the API. So we come here and then we open inspect, and then we go to the console and check if we have the data from the API. Doesn't seem like we're getting the data from the API. Why? Because we need to call this fetch country functional component inside the use state so we can see our data. So what I would like to do is I'll say use effect. Also remember to import use effect. A use effect will take in an anonymous function, to fire an anonymous function, and then it will take a dependency. So what I will do is I will say fetch country here. I'll say fetch country here, and then we have to save it. And then let's check our screen. Okay, so we can see there's something inside our console now. So that's good. We have our data coming. So the next step I would like to do, I will say set country equals to response dot the data. But look at this. I'm saying data because if we say, let's say console.log and only response, let's see what we get inside the console. We'll get so many things here. You will get a lot of data about the API, but this is what we need, only the data from the API. We just need to access this. So I will just add dot data, and then I can only get the information about the countries here. It's okay if it's getting technical. You just have to watch the video again. You'll get it.